Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now if this is your very first time here, my name is FiddlinJonny and it's my Fiddle channel and magic product review. And before I do any magic product review, I always do a quick fiddle tune, so let's get that out of the way. Alright, there we go. Dunnmore Lasses is that one, if you're not familiar with the tune. Alright, I know you're really here for the magic product review, and today we are doing trick number 6. Trick number 6. Sorry, it's trick number 46. It helps if you know what product you're reviewing, doesn't it? And the numbers associated. This is trick number 46 by Steve Rowe. Anyway, stick around and we'll get right into it. Let's waste no time and get right into Steve Rowe's trick number 46. Now, let me give you a little backstory. I get stuff sent to me occasionally for review, and Alakazam Magic were very generous and had sent this to me for review. Now, they sent this to me months and months ago, and when I got it, I'm going to be really honest, I sort of went, I think I'd seen the trailer for it. I think I might have even watched a review of it. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I might have. And I kind of went like, that's not the sort of trick I would buy. Not that interested, but they sent it to me. I'm going to review it. And I just slowed down on my reviews and wasn't something I was excited about and been working on some other magic. So it kind of sat there for quite a while. So I thought, I better, out of courtesy to Alakazam, let's go ahead and review it. And with little excitement, to be honest. So, because I really do like to review tricks that kind of interest me. And this seems okay, it doesn't seem bad, but wasn't that interested. And it was a delight to be proven wrong. What I found when I watched this tutorial on this, I really realized that I had missed sort of the joy that this effect is. It's a really funny routine. Like if someone was to say, well, FiddlinJonny, can you describe what it is? I'd say what kind of effect? Well, it's a magician in trouble plot with a card to impossible location. Well, we know millions of those. What makes this one special? This one's freaking hilarious. And it's freaking hilarious because it involves your spectators, really draws them in nicely. And at the end, it essentially has a twist in it that becomes very funny as part of the magician in trouble plot. And in the end, of course, you perform something miraculous by having the card appear to an impossible location. And here's the setup. The setup is that you've purchased this from an old magic shop or at the bin where the discounted magic tricks are, because it's just old. And you can use this tuck case and it kind of looks vintage, quite honestly. In fact, when my wife saw it, she was like, oh, what is that like? That looks like kind of a cool old trick. And so the vintage packaging worked without her having any idea what it was or the purpose of it. And so it's as if you've got this old vintage trick, you got it for discount, and you're asking a spectator of the audience to come up and they're going to help you learn the trick together. And the way they're going to do that is it comes with these instruction cards. And they're little instruction cards, and they go from 1, 2, 3, hopefully if it's in order. It'll go in order with instructions. I will sort of shorthand it for you. I could read each one of these cards, but in essence, the first card says, pull out a deck of cards. So you pull out a deck of cards. Have your spectator pick a card. By number 3, it says, have them sign the face of the card, and then you have 2 options. I'll give you 2 number 3s. You'll only use one in presentation, but one is that you simply make it vanish. The other one is that you swallow the card. I'm only going to do the one where we swallow the card. So I've had my spectator pick a card, sign a card, and then I've had them, we've torn off a corner to that card of their signed card, and then I'm going to eat the corner of that card. Now on card number 3, it says, once signed, take the card back and tear off one corner. Ask the volunteer to place it in your mouth and you eat the corner. That's what the instructions are on this card. And then, so you do that, it's very funny, you're swallowing the card, you can play it up like, ugh, tastes terrible, need some salt, not pleasant to eat. And then, of course, then you go to the next card. So you would then give your spectator the instruction, all right, let's go to card number 4. They go to card number 4, and it is written in a sort of a, the instructions just to the performer, something they wouldn't say out loud, but you'll have your spectator read it. And it says, of course, do not actually eat the corner. That would be silly as we will need it for the grand finale. Pretend to eat the corner and swallow whilst keeping it hidden in your hand. So this is at the first moment you go, you're the magician now in trouble. And I would say play it up, have fun, it's hilarious. You actually swallowed it and you weren't supposed to swallow it. I would say then to my spectator, let's go ahead and just go to the next card and follow these instructions and, you know, see how it would have ended up. Well, when they go to the next one would be card 5. There's no card 5. There's no card 6. It only goes to card 7. So it's actually missing some cards, which now explains why maybe perhaps it was discounted and not everything is here. Your spectator would read card 7. It says, once the applause has died down and the audience has had a chance to take in what just happened, offer your helper the reward from your pocket or case and thank them for being so wonderful. And that is it. Well, at the beginning you would have let them know that they'll get a prize for helping and assisting with you, which I may not have mentioned at the beginning of this, but that's sort of how you would start it off. And I pull out a bag of candy and they can pick out any sweet they want out of this bag of a bunch of different kinds of candies. When they pull out their sweet, and you would have them open it up, and when they open up the sealed candy, on the inside is the corner from their signed card, is inside a sealed candy from a bag which they randomly picked any one of the candies. That's the effect. So at the end it's like, you know, you've screwed it up, there's nothing you can do, go ahead, you take the prize, and yet you have now created a miracle because the corner of the card is in the sealed candy wrapper and it matches perfectly with their signed card. All right, that's what it is. All right, what do you get? So we'll do all the normal stuff like, what do you get? You're going to get cards. You're going to get 26 cards. I got blue back, rider back, but it's a force card. So you're going to get 26 force cards because, I'll let you know a little secret, you have to force a card. And, you know, you could choose to force any card that you wanted, but to make it as easy as possible, they provide you with essentially half of a forcing deck, and you'll force the card. And of course, like these are cards that will be used to, of course, create your gimmicks with as well. When you're done and you've performed it enough times, just get another forcing deck and do it all over again, is what I will be doing. All right, so you're going to get that. You're going to get these instruction cards. You're going to get a little card that gives you the QR code to learn it. But more importantly, you're also going to get this tool, which I'll talk about a little bit later, which helps you with creating the gimmick. You're also going to get on Vimeo a streaming tutorial that is 42 minutes in length. There's some things you don't get. You don't get an X-Acto knife or a razor blade, which you'll need to score your cards. You're not getting any of the candies. Candy's not included, so you have to go out and buy your own candies. And the other thing, if you do the portion where you swallow the card, you have to be willing to swallow the card. So just important for you to know. My understanding, based upon what I've told from the tutorial, it's safe to eat the cards. There's nothing toxic, no toxic glue, the ink is safe, etc., etc. That's what I've been told. Don't sue me if that's not true. All right. The instructions are fine. They're actually taught by Mike Rowe and Simon Lipkin, and it's a great tutorial. The length is just perfect. It does have English subtitles, even though they're speaking in English, and AI clearly did some of the subtitles, and they're kind of funny because they don't match perfectly in terms of words sometimes, and it made me chuckle. Like it uses the word sweets, but spells it S-U-I-T-E. All right. what's the skill level on this? It's a beginner skill level. If this is the very first trick you've ever purchased, you're fine. I think you do need to have the patience to create your gimmicked candies. I think that's an important piece for you to know. Also, when we're talking about skill level, you'll need to know how to force a card. Excuse me. They will teach 2 card forces on there. You don't have to use either one of those card forces. Use whatever card force you like to use. But if you don't know a card force, there's 2 of them taught on there. Very easy to do, and are great because they should be fundamental for you in terms of knowing different card forces. All right, so normally I would talk about what are the pros and the cons, and I think I'm just more interested, like, what would I really want to know if I was thinking about purchasing this? So I think for me, if you like the plot of a magician in trouble and the card to impossible location plot, this is great for you. And if you love a comedic presentation, this is probably way in your alley. It's great for audience participation. I think this is good in close-up. I think it's good in parlor. I like the tool that they've included with it. Why don't I stop there for a second and just talk a little bit about the tool and bring that up to the camera. Tool that is used, but this is the tool that is used so that you can score the cards and have it appear as if it's a bitten off corner or a torn corner, and is designed to make sure that it matches every single time with the torn card. So that is the tool right there. It is made of a metal or steel. You can sort of see that here from this side. So it's very durable and should last a lifetime. And in my humble opinion, this tool alone is almost worth the price of this release if you like to do the classic, bitten corner type of a routine. All right, so that's the tool that you get. I did mention a little bit about gimmicking the bags. I would say here's the one thing. If you are somebody who does not like to create your gimmicks and the time to put into that, you may not like this. Now, your first time out, it might take you about 5 minutes to follow the instructions and essentially insert your corner to your card, and then seal it back up and have it appear as if it's never been opened. The more you do it, it'll probably take you about 2.5 minutes per one moving forward. So it just is a matter of not difficult, just the time that it takes to put those together. And if you want to do like I do with an entire bag full of a bunch of different candies, and they can randomly pick whichever one they want, it's obviously going to take more time to set that up. It is taught like you can do it this way, where they can pick any candy, or you can just simply hand them a single candy, and they would obviously open it up and find the card inside of there. I like this presentation because they can pick any one that they want, and that feels more amazing to me because they randomly pick it. Every single one of these is gimmicked and has been resealed with the gimmick card corner in them. So that's something I think important for you to know if you're not into gimmicking and the time it takes, and it may not be for you. But I found it easy to do, not hard, and nobody ever knows that they've been opened before. Also at the end, there's nothing to hide. They've got the candy, they can eat the candy, they opened up the wrapper and they did it themselves, and there's nothing for them to see. So I like that you end completely clean on this. I think it's also just great for audience participation, and it's very funny. All right, I think those are the things that I think are most important for folks to know. The cost is $39 in US dollars for this. It's put out through Alakazam Magic, so you can get it at Alakazam Magic and any of your fine magic retailers that sell Alakazam products. If you go to Alakazam products, use my discount code, and it will get you, I think it'll get you an additional 5% discount or some sort of discount there. So anytime you're at Alakazam, use that discount code. Maybe I have it up here, or I'll have it down in the bottom in the description. All right, I think that's it. I hope this was helpful. If you have this and you've performed it, if there's anything I've missed or things that you've learned in performing it, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on it. I always really appreciate that. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I really do appreciate it. All right, that's it for me. I'm FiddlinJonny, and remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.